My name's Shakila Solomon.
I'm Andy McFarland,
Leanna Shane,
Brandy Felice.
Marlisa Harding.
I teach at Washington Marion High School, and I'm a first-year teacher.
I teach at Sulphur High School. This is my 20th year.
I teach at FK White Middle School, and I've been teaching for 14 years.
I teach at Westwood Elementary, and I've been teaching 14 years.
I teach at SP Arnett Middle School, and I've been teaching for 4 years.
The higher idea of teaching is to show the students that they will be in the real world soon. They have to implement skills and knowledge and attitudes in order to be a citizen worth being, and I can do that from my classroom.
You know, when the students leave me, I want something I taught them to go with them into the workforce, into their politics, into just being good members of the social system.
I think a lot of them, they're so personable that you can talk to them like they're your classmate. You don't just look at them as a stone figure, as a statue. They're people.
I feel like I have to teach them, the manners and how to cooperate with others and how to get along. And so other things besides just teaching, I feel like I have to teach them a way to have a structured life and how to be organized. So it goes just a little bit beyond teaching.
A teacher's job is so important because it's not just teaching them math or science or biology. It's showing them of what's going to happen to them, teaching them the ups and downs of life so they can be prepared.
Us all having the same goal. We all want success for these students because these are our future leaders. These are our future teachers, doctors, lawyers. These students, these children have to know that in order for us to be successful, we have to be on the same team. We all have to be supportive of each other.
A teacher's most important job is to make sure that everyone is having fun while learning and getting the most out of their education value.
School should be about more than just making A's. I think that students should really learn to love learning for what it is and love the process, regardless of the subject. I love seeing kids' face light up when they get something new, like, oh, I get it. The fact that they mastered something that they didn't get before, that really motivates me every day to keep coming back.
I show my teachers how important they are to me by studying and doing my homework because I want them to feel that their efforts are being reciprocated and so that they feel appreciated.
I think the best way you can thank your teacher is to do good in class and try your hardest.
I feel that kids learn best through movement and play and having fun. So with my teaching, what I do is I try to make everything fun in the classroom because I feel like they're more capable, more able to embrace their learning through dancing and being silly and making it a game.
Students often respond to people who they can relate to and they can actually have a conversation with. So I think teachers help. Being personable helps you learn, and it's just a better environment.
But I'm not the teacher that's just giving them notes and telling them, here's what you need to know. I'm actually learning from them. I get excited when they tell me something amazing. I write it in my book. I give them some ownership in it, but I'm also kind of guiding where we go.
Teachers being involved in extracurricular activities at the school, I think that's really important because they don't have to do that. They do that for the students. And I think that's really important because that shows the students how much they care about us and how much they care about their job and wanting to further our education and our efforts in the community.
I'm not so lenient that they take advantage of me, but I'm not so strict that they aren't comfortable with me. We have a really sweet rapport in my classroom, so it's more like a living room than it is a classroom, and that's how we get things done.
A dynamic teacher can get us more engaged and can help us get through the material, but also through life lessons as well.
Anyone does better in a low-stress environment than a high-stress environment. So I would definitely say my classroom has structure. We have rules and we have procedures, but my students understand that there's a mutual respect in my classroom. So everything that I expect of them, I expect of myself, and that kind of levels the playing field for them. It lets them know that I'm not here to be a dictator. I'm here to hold you to some standards, but I'm going to do it in a way that's positive, a way that's kind, and a way that's respectful.
Perfect teacher would have to have a lot of patience, have to have the ability to be able to adapt to the classroom they have at the current time. And you're talking about different types of kids and being able to bring them to another level.
I have a, a personal level with a lot of these students, and it really does make a big difference. These students mean so much to me, and they know, they'll all tell you that I love them, and that they know that they're my babies while they're here.
They have this teacher who is acting as a father figure or a mother figure. It does so much good for their life. It helps them, it brings them peace, because when they go home, they might not get that love that they get at school, and that helps them keep going on.
These teachers give different angles that two parents cannot give.
The relationship between teacher, parent, and student is vital, to say the least.
The child sees the teacher and the parent all on one team, then they're going to work together.
Communication is the #1 key.
With today's society, it's so easy to stay in touch with your teacher and stay in touch with your kid's life.
It's important to balance that communication. I want to send home notes about discipline when it's necessary, but I also want to give accolades and bravos to students when they've made improvements.
If I don't have an honest and open relationship with my students' parents, then I can't reach them. And if they don't see that I'm involved in more than just their grades, then they won't open up to me.
I think that going to a school with teachers who really care about my education and wanting to see me do better for myself is what really makes me enjoy school.
I had many teachers that really made an impact on my life, and so being here and actually teaching in the same area that I grew up in is what I wanted to do, and I've always wanted to be a teacher.
All schools should have teachers like that, especially in Calcasieu Parish, where I go to school.
When you come to teach for Calcasieu, you're not in it by yourself. You've got a whole team of people rallying behind you, wanting to see you succeed.
Calcasieu Parish has many teachers that are dynamic and exciting and want to make us learn and push us.
It's not just a job, it's a passion. It's something you've got to love. It's something you have to be excited about. It's something you have to be creative and make fun, or it will be just a job.
If you're considering becoming a teacher, you need to understand that this is a lifelong investment.
As a teacher, you have the power to shape someone the way the rest of their life will go.
This is what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, and I care about the kids.
I'm blessed to be raised in Calcasieu Parish with all these great schools and teachers.
Just being reminded that, you know, I am making a difference, that I think is the biggest, the best feeling to have, that, you know, we are making an impact on these students.
But I also love to make memories with them, and want them to remember me for the rest of their lives. I remember my first grade teacher.
I love my teachers, I really do. They help me when I need help. They come to me when they feel that I need to do better. And so that makes me want to do better when they want me to do better.
These students will remember your words just as much as they'll remember your face.
A teacher is like a second mother or a second father.
There's several different teachers in several different situations that I can think of, you know, just for the past few years that have impacted not only my son's life, but my entire family's life.
Just hearing back from my students that they've done well, they're successful, they've been able to use something that they learned, and they even remember me.
To see their growth and to see them flourish just excites me.
You can make their path, you can make or break it. I think as a teacher, you're probably always going to make it.
They'll remember every touch and every encouragement. They'll remember every discouragement.
All the accomplishments that I have now, being student of the year, being a state runner-up, all of that, I wouldn't have that if I didn't have the teachers who constantly put their time, invested their time in me to be the best that I could be.
And they remembered me. And they talked about how happy they were in my classroom and how at peace they were in my classroom, and that made it worth it.
I love going to school every day because the teachers make it the best.
When I go on, they're going to be on speed dial. I'm going to let them know.
You resonate with their lives indefinitely.
They still remember me and will, you know, send me a graduation invitation. It's, you know, so exciting.
That just makes my day when they remember all the fun that we've had.
It made me feel good, you know, that they thought of me.
It means the world.
That's a gift that should be taken advantage of by more people, because students need that kind of unconditional investment.
I'm just grateful to have the teachers that I have.